Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to fix a yellow light of death PS3. I recently got my MW3 game stuck inside and now I can't play it. So what you're going to need is some heatsink compound, some sort of plastic voucher code or credit card, a Torx T10 screwdriver, some Q-tips, a heat gun, some isopropyl rubbing alcohol, and an optional box. So now what you're going to want to do is take off a piece of plastic that's under a little sticker. As soon as you take off the sticker, your warranty will be voided by Sony. So now you're going to want to take your Torx T10 screwdriver and unscrew the screw in this little hole. And now you might need to tilt your PS3 to get it out. Now, you just slide this top panel towards you and pop it right off. Once you have your front panel off, you're going to want to unscrew all 9 screws on this part of the PS3. There's little arrows that indicate where all of them are located. So once you take them all off, you want to put them into your optional box where they were located. Like make a little map, because they're all different lengths and they all have to go in the same spot afterwards. Now you're going to want to peel this part back going forwards. Now that you have your front panel flipped onto the side of the table, you're going to want to find this ribbon cord, and there's a little black disc that flips up and you can just pull this right out. Now you can just set this piece aside. Your next step is to take out this little cable right here. It should just pop right out. Then you want to flip it over a little bit and take out this ribbon cable by doing the same as the last. Popping out this little black piece and pulling it right out. Now that you have your Blu-ray player set on the side, you're going to want to take off this control board by taking out 4 screws there, taking it up, and this just pops right up. Next step is to remove the RF board and the Wi-Fi antenna that's located right there. So you're going to want to unscrew these 4 screws that also have marked arrows. Pop that out. Do the same for the other 3. Now, you're going to want to unscrew this one screw on the Wi-Fi cable, or antenna. And set this aside as well. Now, this just comes up, and take the RF board, bring it forward, like so, then pop off this ribbon cable. Next step is to remove the power supply that's located right here. To do that, you take away 5 screws, 3 in the front, 2 in the back. So just go ahead and unscrew. Take out all 5. One's a little tricky because there's some wires. Okay, now I want to take out this plug by pulling upwards, and the plug on the back by pressing and pulling backwards. Now, just take this, pull it up, and set it aside. Next step is to remove the ground cable that's located right behind the power supply. So just go ahead and screw this, set it aside, and take that out of the way. Now you're going to need to get into the hard drive. So to do that, you need to remove this cover with a flathead screwdriver. Just pop it up, put it onto the side, and use a really small Phillips head on this blue screw. Once that's out, put that on the side. There's a little tab that you pull up, move it to the side, and just pull right up. And now it's out. Now you want to remove the 8 remaining screws. I already took out 6 of them. Now you're going to want to take these really small ones. They're going to need a small Phillips head screwdriver. Now you're going to want to take out the motherboard. So you want to put your hand on the motherboard, flip it upside down, grab it from this side, and pull right up. And just put this aside. Now what you're going to do is remove the plug from the battery, which is located right here, and the plug from the fan, which is located right there. Now you want to unplug these, or unscrew these 2 screws that were by the hard drive. Next step is to remove this back panel. To do that, you take off these 3 clips on the back, then flip it over, make sure it doesn't touch the table, then use a screwdriver, put these ones up, and then pull that right off and put it onto the side. Next up is to remove these 2 heat sinks. To do that, you need to remove these 2 screws on both heat sinks. Pull this one off, put it on the side. Pull this one off, put it on the side as well. Now you want to remove these 2 cords by pushing up on that black part, popping it up, and pulling straight up on this one. Set those aside. This should just come up really easily, and then you just take it right off. And now you're at your motherboard. Now we're going to carefully remove the fan by pulling it upwards from the back of the motherboard. Now we're going to take this motherboard apart from this piece of metal. So to do that, you need to bend back this piece of metal by these ports and carefully pull it forward. To get rid of all the dust and hair on your PS3, you can use an air compressor or canned air. Just get rid of all of it. Now what you're going to do is use a Q-tip and your isopropyl rubbing alcohol to remove the existing thermal compound or heatsink compound. So you're just going to want to rub it around. And try to get as much off as you can. Once you have it all covered in rubbing alcohol, you're going to want to use a paper towel to get rid of the excess thermal compound. We're going to begin warming up both sides of our motherboard with the heat gun set on low. Now that you have your board warmed up, you're going to want to heat up these CPUs and these little chips right here for about 30 seconds each on the same level of heat. Now that we've completely reflowed our circuit board, you have to let it completely cool before doing anything else. Now that our motherboard is completely cooled, you want to add our heatsink compound onto the CPUs. So you want to put a small little trail on one side all the way down. Then smooth it out with your credit card evenly as you can. You don't need lots. You just need to get it all across. Now that you've applied your heatsink compound, now you can start putting your PS3 back together in the reverse order that you took it apart. So now we're going to test to see if I have finally fixed my yellow light of death on my PS3. So we're going to switch on the back power and turn it on. And it seems to work. And now I finally have my Modern Warfare 3 game on my console. I hope you fix your YLOD or your light of death. Thank you and goodbye.